Hello and welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm so happy that you've joined me for this this techniques video, and we're doing two-step stamping today, and we're going to make this card, and I think this card is so much fun. But it's bright pink, so we're going to make a guy version, and it uses the Bike Ride stamp set and the Build-A-Bike framelets. Now these come as a bundle from Stampin' Up, and if you buy the stamps and the dies together you will save 10%. They are available separately, but I think saving 10% is such a good deal that you might as well get them together. That's just my opinion, mind, but so we're going to, I've got a basic black card base and a piece of the Pick a Pattern Designer Series paper. Now it is actually the same paper as the one that I've used on the girl version, it's the other way around. I've got a piece of vellum because I can't get enough vellum at the moment, and I've got a scrap of Whisper White. So let's do our stamping first. So I've got all the component parts of my bicycle already on my blocks. So I'm going to have a Pacific Point blue bicycle, I think, this time. Because there's no colour in the Designer Series paper that I'm pulling from, that it is just I can pick any colour I like, so I'm going for boy blue. So I'm also going to do two wheels. Now these are the kind of internal rims of the wheels, and I find it's easier to stamp those first, and then stamp the wheel around it. So I've got my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Now the reason I'm using this rather than the archival is I find this is a better ink for photopolymer stamping. And then what we need to do is we need to line up this stamp with the one we've already stamped to get our two-step two-tone effect to our stamping. Now these line up really well that way around, but I find it tricky to do it the other way. Now the other two-step stamp effect on this bicycle is that there are also stamps for the bicycle seat, the bicycle pedals, and the kind of handles on the handlebars. So, and you can see how easily they line up because I've just done that totally skew whiff on that. So the other thing I'm going to stamp is this bicycle has a basket on the front with some flowers, but I've decided that we do the books for the guy bike. So a stack of books in the Memento, and then there are two layers to the books to stamp out. So I'm going to do some in Tangerine Tango, and they line up so easy like that, and then the others in Crumb Cake. Really simple, keeping it as simple as I possibly can. Let's have a look. There. And then there are also two then that just have white, which I think is really pretty. So we're going to now grab our Build-A-Bike framelets that coordinate with this stamp set, and because I know you'd look at that and go, oh, I've never cut that out. No, I'm not gonna cut it out either, but we have a bicycle framelit and one that perfectly fits the wheels, and then one for our stack of books. So I'm going to go and run those through the Big Shot, and I'm also going to run this one as well, which is a kind of frame which is going to sit on the back of our bike to put our books on. Okay, so I've got all the layers of my bicycle, including this little dinky little frame, and we are just going to assemble. So my top tip for assembling this bicycle is glue dots, because oh, that's not the right way, I need to be on the side, because you need this bike to look like it's actually going to cycle, and glue dots are totally the way forward. So we can pop a glue dot there, and then we can pop a glue dot onto the other side of the frame where the front wheel is going to go. And I'm going to use my grid paper to make sure that it's all flat. There we go. And now we have a perfectly usable bicycle. I don't think. So, our card. So I've got a black card base and a piece of designer series paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the top of the designer series paper up with the top of the card, and then I'm going to rip. And I don't really mind what it looks like because that's the effect I'm going for. So fast fuse on the top. Ooh. I'm going to get that lined up there. And then I'm going to pop fast fuse on the piece of vellum as well. At which point you're going, oh my goodness, what are you doing? Fast fuse on vellum and DSP, yes you can see it, but you won't be able to see it in a moment. And we're going to rip the vellum as well. Like so. So we've got 2 layers on our card. Then I'm going to pop some fast fuse on the back of the bicycle. And we're going to pop him just there because it's a boy bike, isn't it? This piece here, I am going to grab some fine tip glue for. I think if I'd have been sensible, I'd have die cut it with some multi-purpose adhesive on, multi-purpose sheets. Oh, multi-purpose adhesive sheet. That's the one I'm looking for. But I wasn't that clever. I wasn't that organised. So there. And then what I'm actually going to do, oh, put my pin back. Excuse me. I'm going to grab a dimensional for my books. And I'm going to pop the books on top of the frame. And that is almost done. Because to finish, I've got linen thread on this one. I'm going to use Whisper White Baker's Twine on the Guy version. I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times. And then I'm just going to tie a knot. I think let's have one more wrap. There we go. Swivel all that up to the top. Chop the ends. And that is my super quick and simple build a bike card with 2-step stamping. Thank you ever so much for watching. Anything you've seen in this video can be purchased from my online store, and you can find the link in the down bar below or via my blog stampinbyhannah.co.uk. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.